Welcome. I'm so excited that you have joined us. Um, Next week, next Monday, we're going to start a challenge called Create a Transformational Story. It truly is an amazing challenge. 5 days, Monday through Friday. Every day we'll meet at 10 o'clock um, Pacific time. And if by chance you can't jump on, I will have each session recorded, so you can always have access to that. But I thought it'd be fun to just take this time to answer any questions that you might have on our Create a Transformational Story Challenge. And I have two people that I actually want to interview who have been on the challenge before. So, once again, I say welcome. Before we jump into interviewing or answering your questions, I wanted to tell you that this is going from authenticity to transforming lives. Authenticity to transforming lives. As I'm sure you know, this is a time where people are crying out to hear authentic stories. They want to know it's real. They want to know it's truth. They want to know it's something that can empower them or give them hope to move forward. So there's 5 specific areas that we're going to cover. These are the 5 keys to a transformational story. The first key is how to find more stories than you can count. Now, we all have stories, and we all know we have stories, but somehow if somebody says, "Oh, can you just tell me a little story?" It's all of a sudden our mind often goes blank and we don't know how to find that. Well, I'm going to help you find stories more than you can count and show you how simple it really is. Key number 2 is I'm going to show you a simple story framework that you can use for any story. Many times in my speaking, I use exactly this framework. And you'll be surprised if you have not been introduced to it before, you'll be surprised how simple it is. And once you have that down, like I said, you can apply it to any story. That's the second thing, key number 2. Key number 3, show you how you can build instant trust and credibility through story. That's what we want to do, especially as we meet new people. We want to build that instant trust and credibility. Key number 4 is to create a lasting impression through story. It's one thing to tell a story, it's another to tell a story that people will remember. And so I'm going to give you the key to that as well. And key number 5, how you can use story to transform lives. And even though our keys may be a little bit different as we go through this challenge, because I've actually put together quite a few challenges and some of them fit better into others. But this is the foundational one. This is the foundational challenge that will open up stories on many different levels. So I wanted to bring on Hasuki Murata, better known as Suki. Suki has been on several of my challenges. Welcome, Suki.
Hello, Linda. Nice to be here.
Oh, very nice to have you. And I know, Suki, you've been on a number of my challenges before. Tell me, can you tell our friends what has been most helpful for you in going through the challenge?
Well, to going through this challenge, first of all, I did not know I had a story. And Linda, you proved me wrong on that one. And since then, I can find a lot of stories that I didn't even realize it was just all around me. With your challenge session, that easy steps, but each steps you go into details to understand And once you go through all 5 steps, that's when a lot of things opens up, because by knowing these steps, you find, well, I found a lot of the stories that that before I didn't think as stories. And not only that, I was not that comfortable speaking. I can talk to my friends, but not like speaking engagement on a stage or anything. And I did like to go through a lot, explain a lot of the details. But I realized you could skip those details, still get to the point to catch audience's attention, to share your message in shorter times. That was more, ah, it was great. I never really thought that I could do something like that.
Oh, good for you. Well, thank you. And that's what it is. We break this down, this whole idea of story, give you a little step each day, and each day builds on the next day. So by the end of the week, you have your story together and know exactly how to do it. And you can apply that framework to any story. So thank you, Suki. I'm so glad that's helped me. Is there anything else you want to share with our friends?
I would like to say communication is very important. I thought I was doing well because I do talk, but it wasn't communicating. Like I had a little fight with my brother a long time ago in a childhood. I forgive him, so everything should be done and fine. That wasn't really not the case. So learning how to tell your story to catch their attention, I was amazed that it could also apply very well with family members, friends, and then also in a business with your customers.
Oh, very good point. You're absolutely right. So, story isn't just if you're a speaker. Story can be used. I mean, we use story every day to connect with people, but a lot of times we just don't even realize a story can be used with connecting with our neighbor, with our friends, our coworkers, wherever we want. So, yes. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Suki. Thank you for joining us. And I look forward to seeing you on the challenge.
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right. Bye bye. Okay. That was wonderful because here was somebody who didn't even know she had a story. And see, a lot of times people just think, oh, I mean, everybody has a story. And then if we can't think of a story, it's so easy to think there's something wrong with me. No, there's nothing wrong with you. And I promise you that if you get on this challenge, you will be able to find your story and find it quickly. So I want to bring on somebody else. I would like to bring on Victoria Chapin, who has also been on my challenge.
Hi,
Welcome,
Linda.
Victoria. Hello. Welcome. So tell me, what was most beneficial for you as you walked through this challenge?
Oh, wow. Well, I had a hard time identifying or narrowing down who my audience was
Mm.
because, the Great Commission is the ultimate. I want to share the love of Jesus with everybody. So I always thought, well, that's what I would do through everything that I do. But you helped me through this challenge identify who my actual audience was for certain talks. And it was really fun because I was not getting any ask for speaking engagements. But when I got to the point in the challenge and I had worked with you, I was able to identify who my audience was. And wouldn't you know it, but the next day I got a call to speak to that audience.
Oh, how
So,
cool.
so that really helped me. And then the other thing is taking my big story, because it is a big story, and narrowing it down. And I've been able to use that narrowed down story to in my talks as my introduction to catch the audience attention and really to not lose the audience attention, because I can tend to go on and want to tell all the details because they're all so important. But those details might not be as important to the audience as they are to me. And so it helped me to narrow down what would be important to the audience so that I wouldn't lose them in my talks and in my writing.
Oh, wonderful. And we will talk specifically about that. And again, I want those of you that may not be sure you have a story or you think you have a story, I just want you to know you will leave confident that you have a story. In fact, like I said, more stories than you can count.
Mm-hmm.
But
another thing was the conflict. I never realized, the framework that you talked about in one of your points. I never realized, you know, and I don't want to give it away because it's, I want people to come and find out, but that framework of conflict and teaching how you teach about the conflict and how that even is a big part of the story. That part was just eye-opening for me. That really helped me to keep my story honed in on, what can come from that conflict.
oh, good. I'm glad you shared that. That was a big thing when I first learned that as well, the importance of conflict, because I thought I share a lot of inspirational stories and I thought, well, they don't necessarily have conflict. But I remember so clearly my coach teaching me that and the importance of that. And now I understand and, of course, teach it as well. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
great. Thank you. Well, we're looking to see if anybody has any questions. Thank you, Victoria, for sharing that. And if you have questions, feel free to just put them in the comment box, and I'd be happy to answer any questions that we might have. Here's a question. What if I can't watch every day? Will there be a replay? Yes, I will record every day. We have a private Facebook group, and I will send you an invitation to that a private Facebook group as soon as you're signed up. And that will be a place where we'll have the recording. So if that time frame doesn't work, like I said, it'll be 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time each morning, Monday through Friday. If that time frame doesn't work, you will be able to listen to the recording as long as you're signed up. But you do need to be signed up, and you will get a daily email to remind you what we're going to cover every day. Okay, what if I have specific questions? That's a good question. And if you do, you can either put them in our private Facebook group, and I will be on there to respond to that, or you can also email me, linda@wealththroughstories.com, and I'll be checking that every day to see if there's any questions, so that even if you can't jump on, if you have questions, then I can answer them in that next recording. And of course, I will also give you time. So it's best if you can jump on live, because I will give you time to ask your questions during the live session as well. And what's fun is then, as long as we have time, I'll also allow others to respond to that question. How many days does the challenge go for, and what kind of follow-up is there? Okay, again, another great question. The challenge goes for 5 days. So it's 1 hour every day from 10 to 11 Pacific Standard Time, Monday through Friday. And what kind of follow-up is there? I will be sending kind of 3 days of email follow-up. And then I will let you know at the end of the challenge follow-up opportunities that there will be. And so, yes, we're introducing a concept, and I want to introduce it one bite at a time, so it's not overwhelming for anybody. Anyone can follow this, and then I'll let you know for those that want more, the opportunities there will be. Great questions coming in. Are there worksheets and homework from day to day? I don't think I actually have any worksheets on this one, but the homework is very, very simple. I will give you one small task to do, and you'll just respond to that in the Facebook group, and can follow up with what others are responding to. That way, we are getting to find out about your story, and you're getting to find out about other stories. And I will show you exactly, tell you exactly what to put in, excuse me, the Facebook group every day. And so, like I said, it will be simple. We're breaking this way down into bite-sized pieces. So whether you've never done anything on story before or not even sure you have one, you will be able to do this and feel confident in doing it. How can I sign up? Yes, most important question. So the best thing is to go to wealththroughstories.com/create. And you should be able to see that at the bottom of the screen. wealththroughstories.com/create. Unfortunately, the link on my website right now is not working, so this is the best one to go to. And if you've tried to get on before and haven't, I will check those and let you know. But this is where you can just fill out a very simple form, and that way you'll get emails and updates every day. wealththroughstories.com/create. Okay, we've had some good questions. Any other questions? Anything at all anybody wants to ask? And of course, if we weren't able to get onto this, you can always listen to the recording later. But very good. Again, wealththroughstories.com/create. And we have my email, linda@wealththroughstories.com. If you have other questions that maybe you think about after this, you can just send them to linda@wealththroughstories.com. Very good. Well, we just wanted to take a few minutes and tell you about the challenge because I knew that you might have questions about this. And I'll tell you, the challenge is fun, it's personal, and it offers a lot of value. So if you can take the time out to join us, I really believe this will be worthwhile for you. So I look forward to seeing you next Monday. We'll start next Monday, January 31st. Thank you so much for watching and being a part of this group.